Okay, all right, so we are live everywhere. So if you are out there and you're joining me, give me a shout. Let me know you're out there. If you are catching this on a replay, totally drop me a hashtag replay. I'm using this crazy filter because it just makes me feel fun. Okay? So tonight is night 3 of our How to Untangle Your Productivity Rut Challenge. Night 1, we talked about distractions and removing distractions and how to deal with distractions. Night 2, last night, we talked about all things setting up your productivity space. And tonight on night 3, hello! And tonight on night 3, we are talking all things how to create your to-do list. And yes, I do like kratom. I have my kratom. There it is. Because I'm coming to you live from Pause, my favorite, absolute favorite kratom bar. No judgment to anybody else. Sorry, guys. But yes. So I love my kratom. All right. So on that note, like I said, tonight is night 3 of our How to Untangle Your Productivity Rut Challenge. So if you're joining me tonight, give me a shout. Let me know you're out there. But tonight we're going to talk all things how to build your to-do list and how to do it in a way that does not feel like a chore, in a way that feels fun, in a way that makes sense, and so that you can actually be productive. Because oftentimes we have these crazy to-do lists. They're super freaking long, and we put things on them that really probably shouldn't be there. So like I said, I want to talk about the should tos, the have tos, the need tos, all these things. So I'm assuming, because all of you are out there with me, at some point or another, you've probably made a to-do list, right? That to-do list might look something like having appointments on it. It might be your daily, like, get up at this time. I'm going to do X, Y, Z. I have to go to work. I'm going to do this. Like, you make these to-do lists, right? And then it feels like a chore, and you feel like crap when you don't get everything on your list done. And then you move it to the next list and to the next one. And that can get really daunting and really discouraging because then you feel like you're not actually getting anything done. So your to-do list needs to be the place that motivates you. We want to put the things on it that are actually going to move us forward. They're going to help us grow, and it's going to get us to the point where we actually kind of hopefully mostly finish your to-do list. So when we create a to-do list, there's 3 things that usually land on your to-do list. So that is your should-tos, that is the things you have to do, and that is the things you need to do, okay? So on the should-to front, those are the things that probably don't belong on your list because you think you should do them. So if it's not right for you, if it doesn't feel like it's an alignment, if it feels like it's a chore, take it off your list. Okay, be brave, cross it off, make it go away. What lands under the have-tos are the things that usually we need to do to survive. So that means going to work, grocery shopping, things like that. Yeah, those things kind of have to stay there. And then there's the other part of the list, the exciting part, the things that you want to do, right? And this is where most people chicken out. Like, it's like you're afraid to put the things on there that you truly desire. The things that you truly want to do. Put those on your to-do list because then you're more apt to do them. This is the first step to making a commitment to yourself is putting it on there. Okay? So like I said, look at your to-do list. I want you to start looking at it, and just next to each little thing, you don't have to cross anything off yet, but next to each thing on that list, start marking them down. Is it something you really need to? Like, you should do this? Is it something you have to do? Or is it something you want to do? Like I said, you have to have those fun, playful things on there because, yes, life is not all that serious. We're allowed to have fun and play. Now, on your to-do list, I highly recommend putting down, so you want to start, I like to do mine kind of, I guess, chronologically is the word I'm looking for. I want to put it in a timetable. So, like, where I get up at 5 a.m., my to-do list starts at 5, okay? And like I said, I always put my big 3, so movement, meditation, and mindset work, so I can make sure I check those off. And if I'm getting really specific, sometimes I'll add, like, today is a run day or whatever. That usually puts me between like 5 and 8, so a good like 3 hours of time for me. But don't go crazy. Don't think like, oh my God, Pam has 3 hours of time for her. I need 3 hours. Again, this is your list. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. So even if it's just, like I said, the big one I highly recommend is giving yourself an hour. okay? So if you can give yourself 1 hour for yourself a day, and it is completely possible, please do not make me do math and break this down again, because you have all of these hours in a day, right? So you have 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week. And if you think about it, you work 40 hours a week, so, minus that off. You sleep, let's say you sleep 8 hours a day, which I don't know anybody that probably does. I don't, but hey, it's up to you. Take your 8 hours a day off, okay? And then you're gonna take off, let's say you actually eat 3 meals a day. So even if you make those 3 hours, okay? And you can times it by 7 if you like, take it off. I guess if you're commuting on top of your workday, maybe you can put an hour on either side even. Go for it, go crazy. But I'm gonna tell you what, when you do the math and you come back to it, you have 37 hours left over in your week for you. Just let that sink in, how much time you actually have for yourself. You've 37 hours left over. Now think about it. What are you doing for 37 hours? Like, you've seen me, I pulled up my phone and I've shown you. My phone tells me I'm on my phone 6 hours a day. Like, honestly, yeah, it's probably some mindless scrolling and things like that. But that's a good chunk of time. So if we can actually take that and break it down, that's huge, right? So let's do that. So give yourself 1 hour a day for you. And put in the 20-20-20 rule. So on your to-do list, I want you to put whatever time you're waking up. So decide what time you go to work. Backtrack it for your commute. Backtrack it for how much time you really need to do whatever it is you got to do to get ready and get there. And then the hour before is when I want you to wake up. That's what you should do. If you want to be a morning person, you want to get a morning routine going on your to-do list, make that the first hour of your day. Okay, and like I said, if you want more time, put more time for you. You've got plenty, you've got lots of hours to break down. But even if you could do one. And like I said, then use your 20-20-20 rule. Okay, so do 20 minutes of movement, 20 minutes of meditation, and 20 minutes of mindset work. So you've got that, then you get ready, then you go to work, then you work all day, then you get done, and you come home. Which again, you still got time for you. So if you want to read or Netflix or whatever, it's fine. But think about it. So use your to-do list wisely. Now, if you don't have that on your to-do list, like I said, put it on there. And the next thing we do, I want you to look at your to-do list and see what else is on there. Again, is it truly stuff that you have to do or that you're telling yourself you should do? Maybe because other people tell you to do it. Get that stuff off of there. Okay, seriously, cross it off. And then, like I said, I want you to label the things that you need to do, because again, we all have stuff we need to do. It's non-negotiable, it has to happen. Make your hour to yourself one of those need to do's. Make it non-negotiable. Make it a priority now. Think that already in your head, write it down, and the next step is taking action on it. But we'll get there. So we got 2 steps down here. And then I want you to go ahead and, like I said, decide on the things that you want to do. What have you been dying to do? What have you been desiring? If a genie popped out of a bottle right now and gave you unlimited wishes, what would you want? And yeah, it can be completely crazy things, from your own private island to your private jet to whatever. But maybe it's getting your nails done. Maybe it's going for a massage. Maybe it's going for a walk. Maybe it's taking a weekend getaway. Whatever it is, go ahead and put it on there. And again, because once you think it, you bring it to life. And then you write it down, you are bringing it to life, I'm telling you. And when you write things down, you're making that commitment, you are more apt to keep it. And then the next step is to take action. Just because you make your to-do list, you got to do something with it now, okay? Because we don't want to just waste trees and draw all over them and not do shit. So that's the next step. So we are making our to-do list, okay? So if you get any questions on any of that, please let me know, okay? I'm happy to go over that. If you're not sure how to make a to-do list, if you're not sure how to make it in a way that doesn't seem like a chore and that you're ready to pull your hair out, message me, let me know. I will personally help you break it down. If you're sitting there and you're looking at me going, Pam, no one has 37 hours left over in a week, I'm gonna call bullshit right now. I want any of you to challenge me. Go ahead and message me and we will break down your week, and I promise you, we'll find you an hour a day. Easy peasy, promise, okay? And then the next thing I want to talk about, so we talked about how to make your to-do list. We talked about the should-tos, the have-tos, the need-tos. The last thing I want to talk about for a to-do list is asking for help. It's delegating, because this is where most people, including myself, get bit in the ass. So I have a really bad habit of not asking for help. I feel like I'm Wonder Woman, that I can do everything and anything, and that I can do it all myself. Hence burnout, anxiety, depression. All of these things accumulate because I am now being super hard on myself. I'm not giving myself a chance to rest. And there are truly some things that I should not be doing. It is not in my wheelhouse. And if I would learn to take my own advice, it would make things simpler. Like I said, there's really things that we don't need to do, okay? So if you've been dying to hire that cleaning person, do it. You'll see how much time you save when you're not bitching and moaning about what you have to clean. If you've been wanting to, again, do something, there's certain things we shouldn't do, like coloring our own hair. Go find a hairstylist. Go have a day out. Have an afternoon. Go get lunch. Get your hair done. Seriously, put that on your to-do list. Take care of yourself. But yeah, there's a lot of things on there that we can ask for help. And that too is going to free up time and space. Whether it's even your family, your significant other, boyfriend, spouse, husband, whatever. I don't want to say use them, but ask them. Most of the time they want to help us. Have you noticed they always ask you for help? They're always like, I want to do something. And then we just say no, like, because we can't stand it. We want to be perfectionists. And we're like, it's better if we do it ourselves because then it gets done right. Take the chance. Notice what happens when you start sliding things off your list. You make more room for the good things on your list. So that book you've been wanting to read, like I said, going out and taking care of you, going for a walk, trying a new hobby, joining a book club like I did. I never thought I'd be a book club person. Like, get out of here. But I'm going to do it. And it starts on Thursday, and I'm excited. Which, on that note, again, remember, we're not doing tomorrow night. We're going to split it into between tonight and tomorrow. So that's why I'm kind of going into our to-do list and taking action so that I can wrap all this up with you guys on Friday. So yes, the first thing I might do is get yourself a day planner, get yourself something to write in. I don't care if it's a notebook. I have a new planner on the way, but get your notebook, get your stuff, keep it with you. And literally, I just pulled that out of my purse, like no joke. You guys probably just laughed at me. I keep these things with me for a reason. Keep the stuff where you can find it. And write it down and make it fun. Like I said, your to-do list doesn't have to be a chore. It doesn't have to be a monotonous list of like crap that you have to do. You are allowed to make this list your own. You are allowed to personalize it. And if you don't have hobbies, you're not sure what to do with that hour of time for you, message me. I promise you, I can definitely give you things to do. And things that aren't boring, like, the whole, like, if you can lean, you can clean. I'm not going to, no. But like I said, if on your to-do list, you should have 3 things. Like I said, you should have the hour for you, which breaks down into one type of mindset, one type of meditation, and one type of movement. So for movement, it can be anything and whatever you like to do, okay? If you're a gym person, if you like to go biking, you want to do the yoga, the Pilates, hiking, kayaking, swimming, running, jogging, at-home workouts. I'm probably missing 1,001 different types of movement, but go crazy, please. Choose your type. And like I said, if you could do just 20 minutes a day, that's amazing, okay? Because some people don't move at all. Think about it. Like, you go to work for 8 hours a day. Most of us are sitting in a chair. We're sitting at a desk. And it's really easy for us to forget that. And then our muscles get tight. Our hip flexors get tight. We tend to gain weight. We start slouching and our backs hurt and everything is a mess. Doing 20 minutes of any kind of movement a day is going to be a saving grace for you. And there's that old adage of move a muscle, change a thought, okay? So most of us, if we start moving, we can actually change our state. So if you were already grumpy or sad or tired or mad or whatever, you can actually change that by getting the hormones, getting everything moving in your body, because it's really hard to have those emotions when you're focused on moving. So when you're focused on your yoga or you're running or you're swimming or whatever, you're focused on your body and the movement, and it's less about what you are actually thinking about. Let me know if that makes sense. And like I said, give yourself 20 minutes of some kind of mindful meditation space. So if you could do some breath work, some long, deep breathing, or if you're looking for a meditation challenge, I've got some of those available, let me know. But if you could just even breathe for, 3 to 5 minutes a day, long, deep breathing. Let the emotions, let the stuff come up. See what sits with you. See what resonates. And then go ahead and write it down. So if you've never kept a journal, this is your chance. And not the Dear Diary kind, not that kind of stuff. I mean, if that's your jam, go for it. But this is different. I want you to actually write like what you're experiencing, what you're noticing, what's coming up for you. Write down the emotions, the thoughts, the memories, whatever it is. Write it down. Because when you can actually see it on paper and reflect, that's a whole new ballgame because you're seeing it from the outside in. So you're feeling it, but this gives you a chance to put your eyes onto it so that you can be kind of neutral. You're not positive about it. You're not negative. You're not feeding any of it. You're just seeing it for what it is. And that's how we grow. That's when you can objectively look at it and say, oh man, here's the common denominator. This is the stuff. I mean, that memory from 10 years ago that I thought I was over this stuff came back. It's there for a reason. And I'm happy to go through that with you. But there is that. So think about that. So start keeping that. As far as mindset work goes, that can be anything from the journaling. Do a gratitude list every day. If you don't know where to start with mindset work, a gratitude list, I'm going to tell you, is ground zero. It is perfect. Because when you are in a state of gratitude, anxiety, sadness, depression, it just can't coexist. It can't do it. They don't work together. Gratitude is always going to push the madness out. So like I said, think of 10 things a day, every morning, 10 things that you're grateful for. Write down, I am grateful for my life because, and put it there, okay? Also, mindset work. Again, if you have a book that you've been dying to read, that book's been sitting on your shelf, pick it up. Read 5 pages a day, even though it might seem small, but it's great. Make a goal. Put that on your list. Podcasts. Like I said, if you're looking for recommendations on any of that kind of stuff, message me. Let me know, because I have got books and podcasts out the ears. And they're all amazing. I've got lots of personal development stuff. I'm also an avid reader, so I'm a Stephen King person. I like sci-fi stuff. I like mysteries. I like detective thrillers. So don't think I'm just going to give you a personal self-help book recommendation. I can recommend anybody anything when it comes to books. Just let me know. Podcasts might be a little less diversive, but yes, books, 100%. And I'm actually thinking, because I'm excited about the book club that I'm joining on Thursdays, I kind of think I want to do one. So if that's up anybody's alley, please let me know. Like, drop me book emojis or send me a message or something. Let me know. Because I think that would be fun to get us all together, particularly because we have so many amazing people in this community and we're global, and I think it'd be so cool to get together. So let me know. So yes, so that's on your to-do list, your 1 hour a day for yourself. And then put all the minutia. But when you, again, write it down, when you can see it, that's when you can start looking, going, this doesn't need to be done. I don't have to do this. This stuff is pointless, and it's just giving me stress because I feel like I need to do it. I'm thinking about it. And, oh my God, when am I squeeze this in? But I don't really need, who needs to, start getting rid of that stuff. Take the stress off the body, off the plate, let it go. Think of what you can delegate. Farm it out. Give it to people. People want to help you, trust me. And then go ahead and put on there what you really want to do. Those desires, the things you need to do, all these things that make you feel good, put it on there, okay? So that is how you make a to-do list. And I know it seems like maybe something you don't know, or if you're not sure, again, direct message me. This is the stuff that I'd like to do. These are the things I'm super good at, and I want to help. So let me know how I can serve you. So on that note, that is what I've got. Does anybody have any questions, anything coming up, anything I can answer for you? Tonight is also Wednesday night, so it's my regular Wednesday night time, so I'm here to answer your questions and talk to you. So let me know. What do you got? Anything? Nothing? It looks like Facebook's good. I know they're on a little delay, so I always give that a second, so I kind of sit here. Should have the Jeopardy theme playing. That's what I should do. But that's what I've got at this point. All right. So you guys have an amazing rest of your night. And I will see you all Friday at 8:30 to wrap up our series. Like I said, any last minute questions, anything coming up, totally let me know. But I'm here for you. Bye, guys.